Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Again, shout out to Alliance One, Shadow Cold MFG, XCK Chris, and the Nut for becoming victorious with that 14 to 13 crazy tournament. So, like always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. What is going on, everybody? Zionic here, and in today's video we're going to cover Tho Technical Sinister Cup Tournament where he swept 5-0. Now if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the latest Pokemon Go PvP content. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. And let me know what you guys think about the Sinister Cup Tournament. How are your guys' tournaments going, and how is your team prep going? Without further ado, let's get right into this Sinister Cup Tournament. Alright, starting off with game 1 here. Tho Technical is facing Yokin. And Yokin has a Chimecho, which is a very interesting pick. Definitely got some great movesets there. It is kind of squishy, but definitely has some good movesets, and it is a threat, a sleeper threat for sure. Tho Technical running Steelix, Poliwrath, Medicham, Drifblim, Alolan Marowak, and Lugia. Very meta, hardcore picks. So let's see how he does in this first round. Marowak, I'm pretty interested to see if he is running Hex or Fire Spin. Personally, I kind of like Fire Spin, guys, but you know the farm that Steelix is crucial. But we're getting right into it. Steelix versus Chimecho. Steelix is going to eat this thing alive, Chimecho being Psychic, but it does have access to that Shadow Ball, so it does need to look out for that Shadow Ball damage coming in. He is going to get the Crunch off here. He gets the shield on the Chimecho, which is huge, but he bails out. And he goes for the Earthquake now. Now, he does need to remember that Chimecho has massive amounts of stored energy, so he is going to switch into his own Poliwrath now, not putting up the shield. This is going to be a power-up punch, so very good call by him. He is going to start farming, and it looks like he is running the power-up punch, Ice Punch variant on the Poliwrath. So another power-up punch coming in. He is going to fire back with his own, but he's not doing any damage with it. He wants to be able to farm down the Poliwrath for energy. Very smart by him while still giving him a boost. Now, Chimecho does come in. This Chimecho is loaded, guys, so he's going to go... he's probably going to have to shield this right here. Oh, okay, he lets it go down. The Psyshock does come through. So, he does decide to bring in Steelix again. The Steelix is going to be eating away at the Chimecho. He puts up the shield for that Shadow Ball. So, it's a good shield on him. He just needs to try to farm this thing down before he can get another charge move, which he does. And the last Pokemon being Steelix again. He's going to get off the Earthquake. He's going to force this shield on the Steelix, and then now he can just go for another Earthquake to clean it up. Now this Earthquake won't finish off the Steelix, but it's going to get it really low. All he needs to do is either switch or shield, and then he decides to switch, and he does have this Fire Spin Alolan Marowak. So he's going to put up the shield here and finish off with Fire Spin. So GG in round 1. We're going to go to the next game. Let's see if there's any mix-up in both teams. So there, Yokin led with Chimecho. Let's see if he brings Chimecho again, and let's see if Tho Technical decides to stay with the same line or mix it up just a little bit. I'm liking all this 1500 combat power Pokemon there, especially the Blastoise with shiny Blastoise with sunglasses. That's probably the Community Day move. So big flex right there. But let's see what the next set of Pokemon decide. He is bringing Empoleon and Gallade. And he lands Gallade on the lead. So this is kind of iffy for Steelix, right? Steelix can do super effective damage with Crunch, but Gallade has close combat. It's going to take 5 confusions to get to close combat, which he has right now. So now it's a guessing game. He's looking to switch. Gonna guess. So let's see what he decides to do. He decides to not shield, and it's a close combat. One-shots the Steelix. This is what makes Gallade so deadly, guys, is you don't know what's coming, and he has great coverages. He has Confusion for the Fighters and for Haunter, and then he has Leaf Blade for Empoleon and Poliwrath, and then also that does well against Pokemon like Medicham. And then he has close combat to really just one-shot those things. But he has the Poliwrath in on the against Steelix, so he's going to be farming away here with Power Up Punches and Bubble. He's not going to have to shield as long as these are crunches, which it's an Earthquake. Ouch. Ooh. But he comes in with Drifblim. He goes, I believe he went for Ominous Wind there. He went for Shadow Ball, okay? So now it's Drifblim versus Drifblim, but he does have 2 shields up, so he's going to go for Ominous Winds to get the shield on that Drifblim and looking for that buff. He doesn't get the buff, however, so he's going to put up the shield here. He basically has to be able to take out this Drifblim while saving, let's see, Gallade coming in with Leaf Blade. Okay, so he's going to have to farm this thing down a little bit to be able to get to an Ominous Wind before the other Drifblim does, but I believe the Drifblim is going to be closer to Ominous Wind. But he gets the buff, and he gets the last second Ominous Wind. Wow, so this Ominous Wind will take out the Drifblim. What a buff, and a double buff. Back-to-back buffs. Shinies do more damage. Wow, what a win. That was awesome to see. Alright, moving in. So he's 1-0 right now, moving into the second battle versus Rare CC. Now, Rare CC, instead of bringing another fighter, he brought Empoleon, which is a unique pick. Empoleon is going to do a ton of damage with that Waterfall, guys, in the Sinister Cup. He's going to be able to, handle those tanks. He's going to hit the Ghost really hard, especially Alolan Marowak, who is a fire typing. So it's a very good pick, but you do have to watch out for other fighters when it comes to Empoleon. Let's see how Though Technical decides to mix up his team. He's deciding to lead with Poliwrath this time, but he's staying with that 3, Poliwrath, Steelix, and Drifblim, which is a very solid core. If you guys are unsure what to bring to your own Sinister Cup, that's definitely a solid team. Now he lands the Poliwrath versus Drifblim. And this is really interesting, guys, because Ice Punch is going to be doing super effective damage. You don't need to go for those power-up punches to try to bait. Just go for Ice Punch every single time. So he is going to be going for Ice Punch here. This is going to chunk the Drifblim, as you guys see there. And he can just go for it again. No need to go for power-up punches because if he doesn't shield, you want to be able to take it out. So he does get the shield. We see a switch out into a shiny Poliwrath, so he is going to switch into Drifblim on the power-up punch because in the mirror you want to be doing power-up punches. So he is going to get a free waste of energy on his enemy there. Now this is probably going to be an Ice Punch, and he is not going to shield though, and that almost one-shots it. Wow, okay. So he is going for Shadow Ball, I believe, right here. It is Shadow Ball, and no shield going back in on the other side. So the Poliwrath on the Drifblim, he is going to have to shield right here if he wants to keep his Poliwrath alive, but he doesn't. He wants to bring in his Steelix again, farming to one-shot whatever's in the back. It's a Alolan Marowak. He can go for the Earthquake right here. He has plenty of health. He still has a shield up. This Alolan Marowak is going to go down. The Drifblim coming in. He can shield this move right here. Ooh. Smooth play, Though Technical. Very smooth, understanding that Steelix in endgame with the shield with energy advantage can take out a lot. So GG's. We're going to move into the third battle here. Let's see if there's any mix-up in the teams. Maybe we might see an Empoleon in the back for Rare CC, knowing that his Steelix is kind of hanging around, lurking around the back, or maybe he'll choose to keep his Poliwrath in the back for that. But let's see if Though Technical decides to change up his team here. So we're seeing Steelix in the lead and Poliwrath and Drifblim still going back and forth here. Alright, so I believe he locked in Poliwrath lead. No, he locked in Steelix lead, my bad. Okay, Steelix into Drifblim. So this is definitely going to be an interesting, it can go either way based on who wants to shield and whether it's going to be a Shadow Ball or a Ominous Wind. But counting right there, that's definitely an Ominous Wind. No need to shield that. There's the Empoleon pick. But he decided to bring it in. Now he's going to force a shield with this Earthquake. The shield does go up. Now he can switch into Poliwrath. Poliwrath isn't going to be getting hurt too bad by these waterfalls, but he's going to be hurting back with Power-Up Punch and ramped up Bubble damage. Even though Bubble is a water type attack, the damage of Bubble will build up with this Power-Up Punch. So we will see the Empoleon not put up any shields. He's going to get off a charge move here. It's probably going to be Flash Cannon or Hydro Pump. Okay, the Hydro Pump is not going to finish off the Poliwrath. He still has loaded energy. He's going to go for the Ice Punch here against the enemy Poliwrath. This is a built-up damage Ice Punch. As you see there, it decent chunk of health, but the enemy Poliwrath now has loaded energy, so he's going to come in with Drifloon. He still has 2 shields, so he's going to forego a shield here. It is going to be an Ice Punch, however, and we see the switch into Drifloon, so he's going to instantly switch back into his Steelix. Now he throws up the shield to this possible Ominous Wind or Shadow Ball. It's definitely Ominous Wind. He's going to load up on energy. He's going to half the shield again, okay? Now he needs to get this Drifloon off the field. He's going to have to go for back-to-back crunches here. He does have a shield up still, so he needs to... Okay, so the Drifloon goes down. Steelix comes in. He goes for the Earthquake here. Poliwrath should be putting up a shield. He does put up the shield. Alright, so this isn't looking too good. He has Ominous Wind, however, but remember, Poliwrath has loaded energy. This isn't going to be enough to take it down unless he gets a boost. No boost. Alright, this Ice, if it's Ice Punch, it should be Ice Punch. Should take it out. Alright, GG's. Very well played. Way to get that game 3, Rare CC. Alright, moving into this next battle versus Plenzy. Plenzy having that Dusclops. Dusclops is an awesome pick for or in the line of 3. So let's see what Plenzy and Protector decide to bring here. Again, he has Empoleon as well, which can be a dangerous pick, but we have Dusclops versus Steelix on the lead. So this Dusclops can do a ton of damage, guys. You can run it with Feint Attack or Hex. Hex going to be more energy efficient, but I believe this one is running Feint Attack, and we see that it can do with the Feint Attack can be doing against the Steelix. So we see the shield go up on the Dusclops, and we see the switch out on Poliwrath. He recognizes this Dusclops would take him out, but he switches in Alolan Marowak, which is interesting because this Poliwrath is a bubble variant, and Alolan Marowak is going to be weak to bubbles, and these power-up punches are going to be doing a ton of damage, but it's going to be up to this Alolan Marowak to land a successful Shadow Ball for this switch-in to be worth it. So he gets a Bone Club, alright, he gets the shield, but he's going for an Ice Punch now, so this could finish off the Alolan Marowak, which it does. I'm sure he had tons of stored energy, so that's right. He brings in Steelix. I'm surprised he didn't bring in Dusclops. His Dusclops would have been able to pound this Poliwrath out of the round with Shadow Punches for how many he had stored up. But now this Poliwrath just going to work on this Steelix. Steelix does have a ton of stored energy, so let's see what happens here. He's probably gonna, he does decide to shield the Earthquake, and the Dusclops now going to be Fire Punch where he can click that crunch quick enough. Okay, he gets the crunch. I'm wondering if he's going to go into Drifloon. Yes, he does go into Drifloon on, okay, this, he may have had enough time right here to go for Shadow Punch, which he does, but it's not going to be able to take him out. Now he does have stored energy. He needs to go for this Ominous Wind to finish off the Steelix. So, very well played. Wow, awesome job. I think Plenzy could have probably brought in Dusclops again versus his Poliwrath because his Steelix basically got taken out for no reason. But the bag is full. It could have been a TM, though, technically. It could have been a TM. So, let's see if there's any changes. Though technical, really loving this Poliwrath, Drifloon, Steelix line. He hasn't really strayed from it at all. It's definitely looking really strong, so let's see how this next fight goes. Alright, so Though Technical versus Plenzy. This is the second match. We have Poliwrath versus Dusclops. Again, Dusclops. But this time I believe the Feint Attack isn't as good versus the Poliwrath instead of the Hex. So let's see how Though Technical decides to play this out. So first Shadow Punch is coming in. He is going to be going for Power Up Punches. He wants to ramp up this bubble damage. And no shields going out, but he does switch in Claydol. So now he's going to go for an Ice Punch. This Ice Punch will do a ton of damage because Claydol is a ground typing. He decides to shield. Now he's going to switch to his Drifloon. None of these moves are going to be doing super effective damage to Drifloon from Claydol because it is going to be that Earth Power Earthquake coming in, so no reason to shield. It's a Gyro Ball actually. Gyro Ball doing some decent neutral damage there. Alright, so he does farm down the Claydol. Now he's probably going to go for the Shadow Ball, I would suspect. So he does go for the Shadow Ball. Alolan Marowak coming in. This thing needs to shield the Shadow Ball. Ooh, he does. Okay. Alright. Alright, so now he has a ramped up Poliwrath ready to go. Gonna start following this Alolan Marowak. He still has shields up. Going for power up punches to still ramp up his bubble damage, but again, he can probably double. So he does put up a shield right here. It could be that Shadow Ball coming in. It is going to be another Bone Club, however, and Dusclops in the back. Going to be able to go for Earthquake here. This is going to do a decent chunk of damage to this Dusclops. Now he can shield this final Fire Punch, yeah, and finish him off with fast attacks, and then crunch the Alolan Marowak coming in. So doesn't even need to go for anything else. Nice. So GG's, very well played, and we are going to go ahead and move into the next battle. Alright, moving into round 4 now. We have Faux Technical versus Captain Triku. Captain Triku bringing Haunter and Cresselia, 2 Pokemon we haven't seen yet in this tournament, and he's leading with Haunter. Haunter can beat a Steelix, guys. You have to watch out, but Haunter does have to shield these crunches, otherwise he's going to get choked. So, Steelix going for the crunch. He is going to shield. Now, is this a Shadow Punch or a Shadow Ball? He does decide to shield. It is a Shadow Ball. Great prediction on Steelix here. And he is going to be able to get off another crunch, so he can eliminate both shields here. And he does. The Haunter is probably going for another Shadow Ball to finish off Steelix, which he does, but he can bring in his Poliwrath. Yep, he does decide to bring in the Poliwrath, farm down the Haunter. He has stored energy. His enemy has no shields. This is dangerous. Now he's going to switch into Drifblim here. His last Pokemon, being Empoleon. So he's going to need to go for Shadow Ball. The Shadow Ball is going to do a decent chunk to this Empoleon here. He's going to be able to farm it down, and then he's going to be able to go for a Shadow Ball versus the Cresselia. Cresselia is an absolute tank, though, so he can survive one of these Shadow Balls. But he can just be farmed down right here, as we see. He gets to another ominous win, so nice first round. Way to burn those shields on the Haunter. That's the dangerous thing with Haunters, guys. When you lead with Haunter, you want to invest and win that lead, but then it kills you on the back end because you have no shields to stop potential Shadow Balls flying at you from shiny floating balloons. So that's the play with Haunter. You may want to let it go down if you can get shields with him. So what happens in the second match here. He looks to be leading now with Poliwrath, keeping the same 3. He hasn't changed, and that's something to note, guys, when it comes to your own Sinister Cup tournaments and your Silph League Arena tournaments in general. When you find a team that really, really is working for you, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, guys. Keep going with that team because there's a reason why it works. You know it inside and out. It can cover the meta. It has great checks and balances. Now, it is subject to the enemy line, but in general, most of these teams can handle what's being thrown at it. Again, he's going for the Haunter. This time, Bubble's going to be doing a ton of damage, but he is going to go for Ice Punch here. He's not going to shield. It is going to be a Shadow Punch, so great call by him, predicting that it wouldn't be a Shadow Ball. He goes for the Ice Punch. He does get the shield. Now, the next charge move's coming in. He's going to forego shield. He's going to he did put the shield up last second. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm curious if he would have gone for 2 power-up punches if the Bubble would have finished off Haunter. So he gets to take down the Haunter. Now, Cresselia is coming in, so he can bring